Magical girls or witches in anime are actually a pretty popular topic and trope within the genre. So I actually wrote something that I submitted to an online publication a while ago, like years ago now at this point, and I never seen it posted. I don't know if the writer in question stole my work or what, but I did actually do a adaptation of what I wrote for my website, which is up. It's been up for a while. It doesn't really get much traffic, so I just came across some of the notes when I was doing other things. And I thought I'd just read it off because I thought it was a pretty good article, so I want other people to see it. And it's in time for spooky season, which is going to be here in, 3 months at this point? So, August, September, October, yeah, 3 months. So, here we go. This is about the cause of yokai. If you've seen the anime Mushishi or Natsume Jincho, this will be familiar to you, or Gegege no Kitaro, or just any sort of anime that deals with spirituality and Japanese Shintoism, Buddhism, those sort of vibes. Hotaru no Morie, I think it's called, Forest of the Fireflies, which is also by the same author as Natsume Jinsho Midori Yuki, I think her name is, who grew up in Kyushu, Kumamoto, Kyushu, which is reputed in historical texts to be very alive with spirits, even though Japan is already very, very lively with spirits, but that area in particular is very active. And it also has wolves apparently, which aren't supposed to be on the islands. But anyway, okay. So I'm gonna read this verbatim, and yeah. Yokai or spirits are attributed to illness or even prosperity in Japan. Based on a mix of Buddhist and Shinto folk beliefs, there is often possession caused by evil spirits. This is what we popularly associate with witchcraft in the West. According to Harumi Bethew's Japan, an anthropological introduction. Ooh, I can't talk today. Possession is manifested in a variety of illnesses, including some psychosomatic ones, and injuries and accidents. Human beings, both living and dead, as well as animal spirits such as the kitsune, or fox, inugami, an evil dog spirit or dog god, snakes, orochi, like Orochimaru from Naruto, or Orochi that Susanoo fought in the godly epics, which is also in Naruto because what was his name? Kishimoto basically just wrote Japanese mythology and called it a day and with some orange ninjas. As well as cats or bakeneko are predominantly featured in folklore and cautionary tales. And we also have the bakeneko and the manakineko, which is the beckoning cat, which is what Nyanko Sensei and Natsume Jinsho is, which is supposed to be an omen of good luck and auspicious good fortune, that sort of thing. While witches depicted in Western culture usually inherit their powers around age 16 or most often 13, like Halloween Town, for instance, the Disney Channel movie, or Kiki's Delivery Service. She was 13 and she went for training. Sabrina the Teenage Witch actually was 16, but you guys get my drift. A tsukimono can be passed down through generations of family as well. Although there is some debate on whether the spirits are passed solely through the female line or equally among both sexes, which is what we see in Natsume Jinsho with Natsume Takashi's grandmother Reiko being incredibly powerful spiritually, and that being passed down. We don't know about his parents because he's an orphan, but at least Natsume had that he inherited those abilities, and then other people around him, like the Exorcist clan, inherited their abilities. And there's even this show that came out recently that I've been meaning to watch on Netflix that detailed a woman marrying into a spiritual family like that. I will put a picture of the show up on the screen because I can't think of the name right now. The common belief held in Japan that the tsukimono has a magical ability, while the equivalent familiar in Western culture is seen as a servant of the witch, only meant to do its bidding, not a conduit or controller of the witch's power, magical abilities. In anime depictions, witches are portrayed on a range of ambiguous curiosity to showcase a terrifying cautionary tales. Let's take Natsume's Book of Friends, for instance, or Natsume Jincho, what I've been referencing, which is one of my all-time favorite anime series, and I think it's coming back for a new season, or it might have already premiered. I've been kind of out of the loop right now with anime. I need to get back into watching things. Takashi Natsume inherits his late grandmother Reiko's book of spiritual contacts called the Book of Friends. Because Natsume is a direct blood relative who inherited the ability to see spirits from her, the bound yokai or tsukimono within the book are contracted or obligated to answer Natsume's call, lending him their power in his time of need. But this also makes Natsume a dead target too, with many spirits who are vengeful and upset that Reiko didn't hang out with them because humans have incredibly short lives. They don't realize that she's dead and they mistake Natsume for being Reiko, and then they get angry and Natsume usually has to fight his way out of it. But at this point in time in the story, at least what the anime has adapted, Natsume has a lot of spirit friends and he has Nyanko Sensei to protect him, so that's not really as much as an issue as it was in earlier seasons. And I would assume earlier in the manga series as well. Natsume also has a familiar in Nyanko Sensei, or Madara, a high-ranking spirit who was sealed at a temple long ago in a Maneki Neko, or lucky cat statue that are frequently found today in Asian storefronts. In Japanese folklore, cats, or witches, were believed to lurk at shrines and temples, disguising themselves as ordinary cats to trick unknowing passerbys into doing their bidding. Due to cultural and spiritual differences, witches generally are not deemed completely evil in Japanese anime because a yokai or spirit is usually the source or cause of illness. Whereas in American film and TV, the common belief is that a young girl or woman has made an unbreakable covenant with the devil himself. The core principles of Buddhism and Shinto belief starkly oppose the Christian and Catholic opinions and diagnosis of possession. Moral wrongdoing, spiritual sickness, and general demonology is generally associated to Western witches. And this would also include Korean shamanism. I think The Glory touches on this a bit, and so does, that show that started out good that ended up being disappointing. Something dong. I can't think of it. I'll put that up on the screen too because I can't think of the name. I reviewed it and I watched it and it was disappointing at the end. But old Korean shamanism was no joke, and usually, like Japanese, the shrine priestesses are women, hence the word priestesses, and they were no joke. And they cannot tell lies or do harm, otherwise the priestess herself was killed by the spirits that she served or helped, which is in The Glory. The priestess actually dies because she's lying about something that happened in that K-drama. But yeah, that was this part of this article. I think I elaborated more on my blog, so you can check out my blog, inasianspaces.com. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. Yeah, I wrote this in 2022. It's dated, so hopefully this video finds you well, and if you have any other stories that you know of anime that talks about this or concerns this or anything you've ever heard of, leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your stories and tales. And until next time, I'll see you guys again soon.